Hey everybody, welcome back to Bearded Goblin Gaming. Sorry it's been a while. I figured I'd do this video, see if I can get back into it. And so I went on GameFound, I did the backer for Malediction, and they just came out with the code so we could start downloading and printing our guys before the game ships. One thing, I mean, it's so far the models look really good. I haven't had a lot of problems with them. The skate seems to have a separation problem, but I'm still playing around. It might be just me, some with my printer. Their bases for the leaders are really intricate. So like this guy, he's got the big swirl, like magic disc things on his base, and they look really good. But these other models, the little base guys, and even the big golem, their bases are just like cobblestone, like, you know, laid brick. And I don't really like printing bases. You can get these little generic ones in packs of 100 off Amazon for almost nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take epoxy sculpt, and this is a little bit lower grade, I think, than the Abe's epoxy, and it feels more like a foam when you get it all mixed, but it mixes just the same, equal parts A and B. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay that out, and I'm just going to sculpt in the brickwork for these and just see how it goes, because it'll be cheaper and should go a lot quicker than printing out all these bases. Right now I'm stuck with my mini because my bigger printer went down for now, but we'll see how it goes. But all I'm going to do is just take a little bit, put it in the middle, just kind of spread that out as far as I want. I'm not going to go all the way to the edges, just because I'm going to put some dirt and everything in there. And use whatever you want, but I got this tool here. It's got this little flat end on it, and just make sure your tool is wet so you don't stick to it. And there's my water. I got a little thing of water here. Let's see if I can find something to put it in. Just put it on this citadel base thing. Here I am hitting all the arms, because this epoxy does taste funny, so I don't want to be licking my tool here. So first I'm just going to run some lines across the base, and you can make your stones as small as you want, or your bricks, I guess. Should have went a little bigger, but then I'm going to should start in the middle, just because it's going to spread it out, and just do your brick pattern. Should have went a little bigger. And that's what's nice about it. You can just go over it, start fresh. This stuff, I've only had it mixed for maybe 30 minutes and it's already starting to stiffen up on me. I don't know, it might be old. Maybe I got a little too much hardener in it. But we'll go a little bigger so that way the tool can get in there. And first I'm going to sculpt them all and get them laid down. I'm not really worried about making it just perfect, because, I mean, they're supposed to be broken anyway. And then like on these, on the edges, I like to chip out the sides. That way, like, it's missing pieces. And I mean, you could do a whole square and just kind of push it over and have the dirt around it, like it's just separated from the mix. And work it and make it look the way you want, and then come in and just push them back down, even them out a little bit. Yeah, I mean, the malediction game looks really cool. You can do this with all your models, but I did this with my moonstone models. Not sure where that box is. I could show you those. But, so you just got some brickwork along, and then you just take your guy. Well, it's still wet. These ones, they have a key in them to fit into their bases that they sculpted for them. And then you can just squish them down into it, and then just let it dry. And then you can glue your dirt around. I mean, you could pull him back out too if you put his feet in wet and have it keyed, and then remember, that way you could paint your bases individually. But I mean, this works too. I'm not going to get too pretty with them. But here's the Shield Guardian guy with his. His came out a little bit better. See if I can get that glare off there. Yeah, it's a little better. But what we'll do, I'm going to wait for this to harden up before I put any dirt or anything on it, because I don't want it to just stick to the top. So I'll have to wait a little bit to do that. But I'm just going to go through, and all these models are using the small ones. So what's nice is you can put it through your slicer program, and it shows you what size the bases are. So with this big dude here, his is actually a 60 millimeter base. You can get these, you know, pretty easy on Amazon. So I'll do his. These ones, these are 32 millimeter bases. I think theirs were just under 30 millimeter. So these should work just fine. The bigger guys, of course, I'm going to have theirs printed out on their own. And then I've got this guy here. Yeah, the Shield guy. These are 42 millimeter bases. And I think their bases were close to that, but not quite. So there'll be a little bit different sizes, but I mean, if everything's uniform on your table, it shouldn't really matter. But yeah, I'll show you one more here. Well, don't need to. But welcome back. Hopefully this gave you a little bit easier time. Like I said, I don't like printing these bases. You start getting into these big flat things. I don't know if it's just the way I orient them, but I've tried spinning them, but you get too big of a flat area and it starts to warp, or it leaves all the pin pricks on there from your supports. And so I just have a hard enough time with them that I don't do them, and I just stick with these. But thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next one.